Hello everyone, in this entry of Project Glastron, I'm going to show you all of the progress I've made with cutting, gluing, and tabbing in the deck. Also, I'll show you how I replace the wood that the cap fastens to. So, stick around for entry number 16. Well, welcome back everyone. Or should you be saying, welcome back to me, because I've been gone for a bit. Back in May, I recorded this narration on camera for number 16 vlog, and out of nowhere, the hard drive fried on my computer, and I lost what I had been working on. Right after the hard drive fell, we accepted an offer on our house that we had for sale. So that's where I've been, that's why you've not heard from me. We just had a lot going on, and I'm just now getting back into a normal swing of things where I can get back to recording these videos. So now you know why I'm sitting in a different place than usual, and also I'll be showing you the new garage in another video following this one. All right, now finally, let's talk about what you tuned into this video for originally, and that's what did I get done on Project Glastron after the flotation boxes. Well, what I got done was I got started cutting the marine grade plywood to make the deck of the boat. To do this, I used the sheets of blue styrofoam again, this time to transfer my shape and measurements onto the plywood before making my cuts. To do the cutting, I used a circular saw and I cut the pieces that would be resting against the hull on the sides at an angle. To find this angle, I used my angle finder and then I transferred that angle onto my circular saw to cut those angles into the deck. Then it was just cutting as usual. I set the pieces up on sawhorses in the garage and proceeded to fiberglass the bottom side of them with one layer of CSM. Now, this is to ensure that even if water was to get underneath the deck, it wouldn't have a chance of hitting raw unglassed wood. I'm kind of going a little bit over cautious here. Now, after I had the deck ready to install, I changed directions for a minute while waiting on some more fiberglass material to come in. So So me and my wife removed the old pieces of wood that the cap fastens to. And I used those to make measurements and templates of what I needed to do to make the new pieces that they were going to be replaced with. So to make these new pieces, I used leftover pieces of marine grade plywood that were 1/2 inch thick. I then cut new strips out of these leftover pieces that the cap could fasten to. Now to install these strips, I used stainless steel blind or rivets that are 3/16 of an inch in overall diameter and the Astro 1423 13-inch heavy-duty hand riveter to fasten the wood strips to the boat. Now this Astro double handle riveter worked great on the stainless steel rivets. With the dual handle grip, I had plenty of leverage to pop the rivets, and I will put links to both the rivets and this riveter, which I purchased on Amazon, in the description below. Next, it was on to installing a deck. Now, I decided to use fiberglass putty to glue the deck down to the stringers and not use any type of screws to fasten this down. So, after much planning and research, I decided this would be the best method because, again, I wanted to ensure that the stringers wouldn't be compromised by using screws to fasten the deck to them. I even spoke to a guy who had worked for a major boat manufacturer who said, if you fiberglass them to the stringers, make sure you have enough weight on the deck while it cures. And if you do this right, it should be just fine. So I took that advice, and once my mind was made up, I mixed up a few batches of fiberglass putty and ran beads down the top of the stringers, working my way from the back of the boat to the front of the boat. And once these were in place, I then made sure that I had plenty of weight on top of the deck while it cured. Now, to do this, I used everything I could possibly find, from gas jugs, paint cans, dumbbells, and even my spare change jug that I keep on my workbench. I let this sit for a few days, and then I removed all the weight after the putty had cured. And guess what? It was solid. But I didn't stop there. Next, I puttied around all the cracks and edges of the deck and added 2 layers of 1708 tabbing to it. The first layer of tabbing, I used 3-inch strips, and on the second, I used 6-inch strips. And made sure to glass in across the cracks where the sheets of plywood meet. Also, because I'd gotten so much resin on the deck from doing the tabbing itself, I decided to give the deck a coat of resin. So, with these steps completed, I officially have a deck back in this boat after all of this time. Now, I don't really show it, but I marked the deck to show where the stringers and bulkheads were underneath the deck, because the next step I will be doing is drilling holes in this new deck and pouring foam underneath. And to keep me from hitting said stringers or bulkheads, I went ahead and marked them on top of the deck. Also, this shows me where my chambers are located to fill with foam. And once these chambers are filled, I'll plug the holes and I'll add 2 layers of CSM across the whole deck, officially making it complete. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you can follow me along as I get this Glastron back up and running. I'm Josh, this is the J Mink channel, and thanks for watching.